Hey everybody, and welcome back to day 14 of the March Mood Mindfulness Challenge. My name is Amira, and lovely to have you with me. This video is really late. It is 9:30 p.m. and I've been at work all day. But I'm still here, and I'm still really dedicated to giving you a video a day. So here I am. Please bear with me while we get through this really tired stage of Amira. So today we're talking about energy, one of my favorite topics. So, why do we keep talking about energy? Why do we keep talking about energy? So it's the one thing that we are talking about. We always say, I'm tired. And what does that mean? It means that we feel that our vitality, our energy levels are low. Now, it is not something that we can tangibly see or measure, but we all know what it's like to have a lot of energy, and we all know what it's like to not have energy. And we feel the lack of it. And so I want you to think in this terms, okay? So our bodies are this physical thing that we can see and touch. But if I were to take a sliver of whatever it is from my body, like say I take a skin sample, say I take a muscle sample, say I take a bone sample. If you put that under the microscope, what we see becomes reduced to a bunch of cells, which is a cellular structure, all sitting next to each other in perfect order, and each cell represents a group of cells which create an organ or a tissue to become a physical, tangible object in our body. But each cell, if you look at each cell and magnify into each cell is spacious and has organelles in there, right? And if you magnify one more time, you go into that space, and into the space of the organelle, you're now magnifying times 100,000, you see some more space, and you see molecules, and then you magnify one more time into the molecule. The molecule, you'll find space, and then you'll find an atom. Magnify another 1,000,000 times. Each atom has space inside it, and it has protons and neutrons. Now, this is physics. This is back when what I studied at high school. So although we are tangible, within us, we are space. And so how each cell communicates with each cell is through an electric signal. Our mind, and I've said this before, our mind communicates electronically from one cell to another. The mind will deliver electronic signals to the body to say, "Ow, that's too hot, take your hand away." It will say, "There's a ball coming, reach out and grab it." Our mind is telling us that, "Oh, we smell something," secrete the gut juices so that the tummy rumbles to tell us that we're hungry. These are all electric signals, stimulus that tells us that to do what we need to do next. So our brains are communicating with us electronically. Our heart, there's a study that measured the connection between what the head sends to the heart and what the heart sends to the head, and they thought that the communication between the head and heart would be one way, but actually it's not. The heart also sends out electronic signals to the brain. So, and if you look, and I said this before, you look on the gut, a section of the gut tissue, you think it was the brain. Similarly with the heart tissue, if you take a sliver off and show it to a scientist under the microscope who didn't know it was heart, they'd say, "Oh, there's many neurons there. This must be a section of the brain." So the heart has an electronic kind of like signal area, and so too does the gut. There's lots of communication happening there. So we are all creating electric signals. So we are an electric body. So now, if you think of it like we have a heart and it pumps up blood, and the blood circulates all around. And then we have a liver, and the blood goes to the liver, and then we have a kidney, and the blood goes to the kidney, and the lymph goes. So this is all organs that are all connected through the lymph system, through the circulatory system. Well, guess what? Energetically, we have centers in our body that process energy from each of the organs, and I will touch upon this in another video. I didn't want to bring this into it today. I will touch upon where the different organs are and what the processing organs are, what they're called. So there's the pineal gland, there's the hypothalamus, etc., etc. So there are energy processing centers in our body to process the energy for each of the organs, and each one is separate for each one. And we also have channels, so where we have capillaries and blood vessels and arteries to take care of blood, there are channels that take care of energy. There's a central channel, there's a left channel, there's a right energy channel. So our bodies are like this. This is called a toroidal. Toroidal means it comes down from one and up, so down from the heavens, the energy from the atmosphere that comes in and comes into us. And then it also goes down into the earth, and then the earth sends energy up through another channel, and it goes up from our body out into the world. This is what they call that manifestation. This is what they talk about, sending out prayers or good thoughts or sending out smiles, and other people feel good. This is all part of energy work. It's been going on for years, and we're only just becoming aware of it as energy, but we all know that a smile makes people feel good. So if you think of the earth as having this electromagnetic, the rings around Earth and the rings around Saturn and the rings around, in a tree, the tree has rings around it. If you open a trunk, so too does the human body. It has a biofield, or an aura, as some people know it, around us, a biofield of electromagnetic. And so it's called a toroidal, which means that part of it comes this way, and then part of the energy comes this way. And so the energy comes up and it showers out from our crown or all around us. So we have this beautiful biofield. Now, energy will be trapped, or like the information is caught in our biofield. And so sometimes when we're upset, you carry that energy with you, whether it's around you or inside you. One of the ways which I want to talk about today of managing energy is called EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as tapping. And I'm not sure if anybody here has done tapping, but I thought I'd do some tonight. I probably need some. I thought I would go through a technique called tapping with you to show you how to release energy or emotions whenever you feel like you're stressed, or there is an emotion that's boiling up for you that you need to release. So tapping works on the points of the meridians. So where, like I said earlier, if there's blood, there's a blood system, there's a lymph system, there's an artery system. There are 14 meridians that take care of all the energy that comes into our body and goes to every single organ in our body. So EFT, or tapping, presses on, or is like a acupressure on some of the meridian lines that help to alleviate stress and anxiety and emotions. So I wanted to go through some tapping with you today. Please do come on and do it with me, and then perhaps check back this video later to see if you need to do it at another time. So basically, you start off by picking an issue that's really pressing. So it could be like, somebody did this to me just 5 minutes ago and I am super angry. It could be, I just remembered something from the past and it's actually quite overwhelming and I want to cry or I want to be angry. Or it could be I'm worried about something for the future, like are my children going to be okay? Am I going to pass my test? I've got a meeting that I have to go to that I'm worried about and I'm very stressed. So let's take that as an example, okay? So let's say you've got a meeting or a presentation that you have to give and you're not very good at public speaking or you're very worried about it and your anxiety is just getting the best of you. So you pick that issue and then you scale it. 1 being, it's not a problem for me, and 10 being, my gosh, this is a huge problem for me. So say I'm at 8. I have to give a presentation at a meeting with my boss and my colleagues. I'm feeling super anxious and worried about the outcome. I rate it as a 10. I'm going to, just before I go into my meeting, I'm going to go into the toilet stall or into my office, close the door, and I'm going to start this technique. You start off doing a karate chop, all right? So this is where it is here, okay? So you repeat and you say, I am so stressed. I recognize that I am stressed. And you are activating a channel here in the meridian on both, one here and one here, just below the small pinky, right? I recognize and I acknowledge that I am stressed out about this meeting that I'm about to go into and this presentation that I'm about to go into. The first thing is we need to acknowledge and be aware. Remember, we were talking about mindfulness. You're acknowledging the emotions that you're having and you're being present in the moment. You're not denying it. I acknowledge that I am stressed about this meeting that I'm about to go into and present. Next, we move on to here, the eyebrows, okay? I acknowledge that I am stressed about this meeting that I'm about to go to. And then the side of the head, the side of the eyes here next to your eyebrows. I'm really worried about presenting in front of all my friends. I wonder what they're going to think. You are speaking your truth. You are letting out your emotions. You are talking through, you are processing your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings. And you are at the same time tapping on very important meridian lines that release, that trigger and release emotion down here. And you're present to how you're feeling. Oh, I can feel that my heart is beating so fast. I can feel that I'm panicking just a little bit underneath here. I feel my heartbeat. I feel my breath. I feel that I am so stressed, right? Under here. I'm stressed because I'm going into this meeting and it means a lot to me. You'll notice, and I just had one just then, you'll notice that as you tell your truth and as you allow the emotion to reach a crescendo and then start to release, you will either have a yawn or a sigh or take in a large volume of breath, and something will shift in your physiology, all right? And you're thinking your thoughts, all of them, you're allowing them to come, you're speaking your truth. The next one is here, right under the armpit, around your bra line, all right? I am stressed. No, sorry, there's one here, sorry. So mouth, and then under here is the collarbone, okay? So nose, mouth, collarbone, okay? This is K27, this is a kidney meridian, one of the most important ones, where the 2 collarbones are, just below there. And sometimes if you touch it, it's quite sore. That's when you need to get in there. You need it because that's an energy collection point there. And if you release it, you feel a lot of this tension also releases just by touching and releasing the kidney point 27, K27. All right. I recognize that I am stressed. I feel stressed. I'm acting stressed. I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my head. My mind is 1,000 miles a minute. Next is here on the bra line, all right, underneath the armpits, just near your bra, okay. feeling stressed. I'm worried about this meeting. I'm worried about what they're going to say. I'm worried that I might not do my best. Last one up here, totally being present to your feelings. Breathing in. And by this stage, if you scaled it at like an 8, at this stage, you should be down at least 1 or 2 notches. You've released some energy. We start again. And this time, you change what you say. And you say, although I'm feeling stressed, I wonder what it would be like if I could let go of the stress. You know what? What if I didn't feel the stress? I'm sure it's safe for me to let go of this stress. Part of me wants to let go of the stress, but I know another part of me doesn't want to. But what if I could? What if I could let go of the stress and just go in and give that meeting and do the best I can? I wonder if I could. I'm pretty sure I could. I am safe no matter where I am. I've done my best to prepare for this meeting. All I need to do is just go in there, do the best I can. And I'm going to let go of the stress right now. And I'm going to choose to be positive and learn from this experience. It is safe for me to let go of all the stress from every single cell in my body. Right now, it's the choice I make, and I choose to be stress-free. That's 2 rounds. Some people do 3, some people do 4, and some people do 5, depending on how high the number is, all right, and how much time you have. But 2 cycles is enough to change the narrative from I can't do this to I wonder what it's like to let go of this. I wonder what not feeling like this would feel like. I wonder if I could continue to do what I need to do without the stress. So I hope that you guys got some value from this. Please let me know if you already do tapping, if you're aware of it, or if this is something that you've never done before. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.